out to the church crab shack? No. Well, I look at the walls. Just, just the sides of it. Okay.
Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rikak Wadash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah being the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now the time we're in is wartime. It's a war going on, and the war is in full effect. Now let me get Ecclesiastes 3 because that's a perfect verse. Ecclesiastes, Salaki, I'm gonna let my phone load up. Ecclesiastes 3. Because if you look at the media, it's like your boy Alex Jones says, the info war going on, a war on information, and that's what the prophets and the apostles was talking about when they were speaking in those terms. In terms of war or fighting, it was all about information. So when you go to Ecclesiastes chapter 3, and I'm going to start at verse 1 and read verse 8. Ecclesiastes 3 and 1, it says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the sun, under the heaven. So everything has a purpose. And that purpose goes back to the purpose of the Most High, or the plans of the Most High. Things not just happening from chance, accident, or
hey, what's up, friend?
Everything is planned. So he say in verse 8, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. See, we're not in the time of peace. This is the time of war. See, and it's not a physical war, it's an information war. Who has the correct information? Who is giving out the correct information? Now, let me get Isaiah 40 and 2. It says, this Isaiah 40 and 2. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem, and cry unto her that her warfare is accomplished, that her iniquity is pardoned, for she have received of the Lord's hand double for all her sin. You see, the Israelites is receiving double. See, a double punishment for the sins that they commit. And it's a warfare that they have to pretty much go through. But that warfare stands for just, it's a fight. It's not going to be something that's easy. It's going to be a fight because you're getting double punishment from the Lord. Now, then let's get Ephesians. No, let me get 2 Corinthians first. Second Corinthians. Oh, I might have lost it. Is it 10 and 4? Yeah, 10 and 4. It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. So the weapons is not physical weapon. See, the weapons is from God. God giving us the weapons to fight this warfare, to engage in battle. And that takes me to Hebrews. Hebrews 4 and 12. It says, for the word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword. So the weapon that we're going to be using is going to be God's word. See, because this is going to be a double-edged sword. It says, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrows, and is the discerner of the thoughts and intentions of the heart. Because see, when they don't line up to what the words say, now we understand their intention. See, your intention is not to put faith in this word. Your intentions is not to go by what this word say. You worried about what somebody else saying. You following a man in his tradition. So you're not following the word. So we instantly know what your intentions is. See, your intentions is to have men, to be a man pleaser. You trying to please man. Now let me get Ephesians. Ephesians chapter 6. Because Apostle Paul, he talked about this warfare, but people taking it like he talking about some angels, some fallen angels, and the kingdom of the demons. See, you going against a whole nother narrative. The kingdom of the demons, it's a war against them. It ain't a war against these humans. See, the war ain't against the humans and what they talking about. The war is against the demons. So he done trick all these people's mind. The real people that we supposed to be warned against. Now it says, because this war has an adversary. This war is being fought against a specific people. See, when you fighting a war, it ain't just a war of information. There's random people jump in the game and we gonna exchange information. No, you have countries fighting. You have Russia, America. It's a specific war. It's specific nation. It's specific people. See, it's just not a random battle going on. You just jump on the battlefield and everybody's swinging weapons. No, it's order to the war. So when Paul was going into it, I'm going to start at verse 11. It said, Put on the whole armor of God, that ye might be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. See, now that devil is not talking about some fallen angel. See, that devil is not talking about some rebellious angel that God can't control. See, that's where the lie comes in. But we gonna swing that sword and slice that lie in half. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Now it's going to explain who this devil is. Principality. Principality do not mean no freaking fallen angel. It means a government. It means a what you call it, a king or a ruler. And he going to break it down. He say against powers. What is powers? Governments. Against rulers. See? Rulers. Against the darkness of this world, not of some other world, not of some spiritual world. It says against spiritual wickedness in high places. See, the wickedness is spiritual. It's not in some spiritual world of a bunch of demons. You got to fight them. No, that's not what the war is about. See, the war is the spiritual wickedness. That means spiritual lies. That's in high places. These people ain't just peons in the game. But this is what these people is pushing. 13, it say, wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. 14, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth. This is going to be the whole mission of that sword. See, that sword is to bring out the truth. That's what that sword is going to do. And the sword is the word of God. It says, having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with preparation of the gospel of peace. 16, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. See, it specifically told you that the devil was the wicked. See, the devil is not some freaking fallen angel, man. And it was a nation called the wicked in the scripture. So, first of all, let's get Jeremiah 13 and 18 for that principality, to let you know this ain't some kingdom of demons. 13 and 18. Look at what these principalities is all about. And it's in many places. It says, say unto the king and to the queen, humble yourselves, sit down, for your principalities shall come down. So that he's talking about the king and the queen's kingdom. Principalities is talking about a kingdom. It says, even the crown of your glory. So them principalities is not talking about some spiritual kingdom of the demons and all this mess, man. That's a bunch of lies trying to hide the real kingdom, the real rulers. Now, when you go into, let's see, let's get that wicked, because it said the wicked is who gonna be shooting those fiery darts. Job 9 and 24. It says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. See, he covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So it's saying, if it ain't the man that's covering the faces of the judges and that's ruling the world, see, who else is the wicked? That wicked is a clear nation. See, and that wicked is ruling. Now, when you go into who was who was having war with each other. This situation been going on since Genesis 25. It's been a war going on. The war ain't stopped. And see, these people so desperate, they trying to go into stuff that's exposing them even worse. We gonna get into that. Genesis 25. Let's see where the war started. The war didn't start just a few years ago. The war didn't start 100 years ago. The war didn't start 1,000 years ago. The war didn't start 2,000 years ago. This war been going on for 3,000 to 4,000 years, man. It says Genesis 25:23, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in the womb, in your womb, and 2 manner of people up Salakia. I don't skip the verse. Let me go back up. This Genesis 25, and I'm gonna start at 21. It says, and Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him. And Rebekah his wife conceived, and the children struggled together within her. See, that's when the war started. That's when the war started. The war didn't start 2,000 years ago. The war didn't start 3,000 years ago. The war started in the womb. It says, and the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. So she went to the seer. She went to the prophet. And the prophet told her, it said, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in your womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. So this is how and when the war started. See, the war just ain't pop up recently. Now let's go to 27 and get right to it. It says, let's see here. Because we talking about Job 9:24 say, who is this wicked that's going to have the possession of the earth? Right to the point, Genesis 27 and starting at 30. It says, and Esau said unto his father, have thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Verse 40. And his father told him, Isaac, his father, he said, and by your sword you shall live, and shall serve your brother, and it shall come to pass, when you shall have the dominion, that you shall break his yoke from off your neck. Now that dominion goes into rulership. That's why I said the earth shall be given into the hand of the wicked. See, it goes into rulership. His blessing was to have a rulership over his brother, because they was already fighting in the womb. See, the war had been started. So look what his mama said, Rebekah, in verse 42. It says, and these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah. And she sent and called Jacob, her younger son, and said unto him, behold, your brother Esau, as touching you, do comfort himself, purposing to kill you. See, Esau was on a mission. And his mama had to tell Jacob, hey man, your brother trying to kill you, man. Your brother got it out for you. She said, she told him to go to a whole nother place until Esau calmed down. Let's see, now let's get to 33, Genesis 33, because Jacob ran into Esau again, and it's a situation these so-called Christians, they trying to make it seem like it wasn't a war going on. They trying to make it seem like the war had ended, and Jacob was respecting his brother. Jacob was looking up to his brother. Jacob had made peace with his brother. See, that's what they trying to throw in the game. But the story is clear. It's been a war going on since the beginning, and that war has not calmed down. Esau always was on a mission to kill Jacob. Now look at how the situation was presented in Genesis 33, verse 1. It says, and Jacob lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, Esau came, and with him 400 men. You see, he didn't just come walking by himself. See, he came with 400 men. So Jacob intimidated off the rip. He said, and he divided, this is Jacob now, look what he gonna do. He divided his children unto Leah and unto Rachel and unto the two handmaids. And he put the handmaid and the children foremost, and Leah and her children after, and Rachel and Joseph hithermost. So now he divided the children. He said, man, something might go down. See, my mama already told me the man was trying to kill me. That's why I've been over here the whole time. Now I gotta cross his land, or cross where he at. So, and he coming to me with a whole army. He ain't coming to me with 5 men. He ain't coming to me with 2 men. He coming with a whole army, 400 strong. He say, verse 3, and he passed over before them and bowed himself to the ground 7 times until he came near to his brother. So he was doing that because his mama already told him that Esau gonna try to kill you. Then Esau coming with 400 men. He got his wife and his children, man. What he finna sit there and not bow down to him, not say, oh my Lord, because he got power over him now. Yeah, he gonna bow down to him. That's why we bowing down to him now, because they got the military. They got the airplanes, the tanks. See, they got the bomb, the submarine. See, they got the rockets, the battleship. They make all the bullets and make all the guns. Yeah, we gonna bow down to them. It says, verse, let's see here. Because it talks about why he separated his peoples. See, I don't want to make it seem like I'm jumping to conclusions or I'm reading into the operation. It says it clearly. Because he made a statement about what the Lord had promised him. Okay. Isn't it 33? So Jacob brought up the blessing that the Lord had told him he was going to receive. Thinking it might be in the next chapter. Salakia. I might have to type this in. Go back to 32. Okay. Okay. One more 31 and then I'm going to type it in. Yeah, because he told the Lord, he said, man, you promised me that I'm going to be like the sand of the sea. So this situation ain't looking too good, man. I'm scared that I'm not going to make it. I need to divide these children and prepare for this situation. Now, let's see here. Let me put. Okay. There it is. Genesis 32. Genesis 32. So look at what Jacob told the Lord. He says, verse, this Genesis 32 and 11. He said, deliver me, I pray you, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him. See, he wasn't saying, oh, my Lord, and he wasn't saying, bowing down to Esau, because he was friends with Esau and he respected Esau. See, he was doing that out of fear. He said, for I fear him, lest he come and kill me, and the mother with the children. He meaning, and my wives with my children. So Jacob was scared of Esau, man. He wasn't talking about, oh, Esau, my Lord, brother, I love you. Let me bow down to you. No, he was scared that he was going to kill him. So he told the Lord, deliver me from Esau. Look at verse 12. He said, and thou saidest, I will surely do you good and make your seed as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for multitude. So he's saying, Lord, you promised me that I'm going to have a bunch of kids and I'm going to prosper. My kids going to be all over the place. How are you going to let Esau just come over here and kill me, man? Please deliver me from this man. He wasn't calling him Lord because it was peace. No, he was afraid that because the war was already going on and he knew the war was going on. So when you go to Exodus, it was a declaration that Moses gave a declaration, or he set up an altar when the war started again, because Jacob went into Egypt and then they multiplied to the 12 tribes and they became a big nation. So once they came out of Egypt with Moses, guess who was waiting on them? Esau's grandchildren. See? So when you go to verse 14 and say, and the Lord, is Exodus 17:14. And the Lord said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua. For I will utterly put out of remembrance of Amalek from under the heaven. Jump down to verse 16, where Moses built an altar Jump down to 16. He said, for he said, because the Lord have sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. So now he's going to have war with Amalek forever. That's what, that generation to generation, he just saying forever. So that's what's going on. Amalek is the wicked, and they have power over the world. See, they are the principalities, the powers. They doing the wickedness in high places. And what is them with the wickedness? Telling lies. See, they the ones controlling all of the information because they are the ones that the world was given the hand to. He say in Job 9:24, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. Who else got control of the earth? Who else got control of information? But the wicked. Now let's get that wicked in Malachi 1:4. It says, whereas Edom says, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus says the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them, meaning the whole nation, the border of wickedness. See, this whole nation is the wicked. See, this whole nation is ruling the earth. Look, let's get that. Because in Revelation, it tells the same story. Revelation 17:18. It says, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city. See, that great city stands for Babylon the Great America, but it also can be synonymous with these Amalek, because they the one control this great city. It says, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. See, this great city is reigning over the kings of the earth. See, that's why they got, the Pentagon say they got 5,000 military bases, and you rule with a rod of iron. That's how you rule, and you break all these other nations under your foot. See, that's how they ruling with a rod of iron. When you go into Daniel, Daniel talks about the fourth kingdom. See, because this is what the war is about. The war is not about some fallen angel. Daniel 7:23, it say, thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which is diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth. See, that fourth kingdom gonna have the whole earth. That's why Job say the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, because that fourth kingdom gonna have possession of the whole earth. The wicked is gonna have possession of the whole earth. Now, what is that fourth kingdom gonna do? It says, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it into pieces. 24 is saying the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings. See, 10 kings, 10 government. That's the EU and the NATO. See, it says, and another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. Now this fourth kingdom is this wicked nation that's gonna war. Now let me get Esther, because in Esther they was warned with the Israelites, trying to pretty much exterminate them, because you had the Babylonian set set the Israelites free. Well, no, the Babylonians got taken over by the Persians. So the Persians was told to send the Israelites back to their homeland, and so they can build it up. And the king told the Israelites, go down there and build it up. Go get the gold out of my treasury. Get anything you want out of my treasury, and go down there and build up your homeland. Because if you don't go down there and build it up, the Lord gonna punish me and my children. You see? So once all of this is going on, here come Amalek again. See? Let's go ahead and get it. Here come Amalek again. Now let's go to Esther 3 before I get 7. Esther 3, start at verse 1. It says, after these things did King Azarias promote Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite. Now, what is this Agagite? Let's go to 1 Samuel 15. It's going to tell you who this Amalekite is. Okay. Oh, verse 8. It says, and Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive. That's all I wanted. Agag, or the Agagite, Haman, he was an Amalekite, a child of Esau. See? So when he was trying to exterminate the Israelites, he was an Edomite. So let's go back to Esther 7. Esther 7 and 6. He said, and Esther said, the adversary and enemy is this wicked Haman. See? So Esther let it be known. He is the adversary. Adversary means Satan. He is Satan. Satan. That's who Satan is. Satan is not some fallen angel, some rebellious angel, man. Satan is Amalek. Satan is Esau's children. That's who Satan is. Look at what she say. And Esther said, the adversary, the Satan, the enemy is wicked Haman. See, the wicked. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. See, Haman was an Amalekite. The Amalekites is ruling. They controlling all information. You put out some information like Kyrie Irving, like Kanye West, you put out that information, they will take your job. They will take your livelihood because they are ruling. See, a peasant can't take nothing. A worker can't take nothing from somebody. But a king, he can take it. See, a ruler, he can take it. He can say, hey, man, military, go get it. My legislators, my lawmakers, pass a law and go get it. See, that's the ruler, that's the principality, that's the wickedness in high places. They got the power to come take what you got if you put out the wrong information. Now it says, I want to do that one more time. Esther 7 and 6. Because she didn't get no clearer than this. See, you don't get no clearer than that. She said, and Esther said, this adversary. Adversary stands for Satan. See? An enemy is this wicked Haman. Now, what was Haman trying to do? Let's go back to chapter 3. Haman says, look at what Haman says in verse 8. He says, and Haman said unto the king Azarias, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of your kingdom, and their laws are diverse from all people. Neither keep they the king's law. Therefore, it is not for the king's profit to suffer them. So he trying to say, these people are following the laws of Moses, and they don't want to follow your laws, Persian king. Now look, he gonna say, he gonna try to tell the king to get rid of it. He told him, do not suffer them. Let's see here. Yeah, that pretty much was the gist of that one. Oh, here go another one. Because this is what's happening with when the wars is starting to heat up. That's the 3 and 5. He said, when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not. See, that's Revelation. Revelation 13. When they recognize you not finna bow down, you not finna go along with their mess. That's Kanye and Kyrie. When they recognize you not finna go along with their mess. See, when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence, then was Haman full of wrath. See, let's go to Revelation. This was Revelation 12 and 12 is all about. Because the wrath, he just did it in a different order. He showed you the wrath was going to come because he ain't bowing down and showing a reference. But then he showed you the situation in 13, how if you wouldn't bow down, he was going to try to put you to death. Or they call it worship him. If you didn't worship him, he going to try to put you to death. But let's get it in 12 and 12. He says, therefore, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. See, that's why Haman, when he saw Mordecai wasn't having it, Mordecai wasn't finna bow down to him. That's when the great wrath came. Because he knows that he has but a short time. So they seeing that they got a short time because they got some of their major slaves, see, not bowing down. That's what was going on with the slave revolts. When the slave revolt started happening back in the 1800s or the 1830s, and they start writing, David Walker started writing all these publications trying to reach his people. They had to ban reading the Bible. They had to ban passing out literature. They had to ban reading anything. If you was caught reading, then we got to give you lashes. But that situation came about because they saw that they was passing out this information, writing major books. The Appeal to the Negro by David Walker. See, they said, if we don't stop this, our whole game plan is going to be over. Our time is going to be up. Because now he going to tell them the truth because we ruling by false information. That's how we ruling. So we can't let the truth come out. We got to keep Negroes blind. So it says, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. That's when the wrath gonna come up. Let me go ahead and get Revelation 13, because 13 and 15. So this is exactly what Haman did. Haman say, man, hold up, wait a minute. These people ain't bowing down. They saying we ain't gonna do what y'all say. Revelation 13 and 15, it said, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast shall be killed. See, if you don't want to bow down, Mordecai, you want to bow down to me, Amalek, Esau's grandson, you don't want to bow down to me, we gonna put you to death. See, that's when the great wrath is coming up. Then in 16 and 17, it's telling you they gonna come with just like Mordecai. Tell the king to get rid of these people because they're not trying to bow down. They're not trying to do what you telling them to do. They're not trying to obey your laws. See, that's what it was coming down to. The king had laws, and he was telling the king, these people over here talking about the laws of Moses, and they ain't finna do your law. See, they don't want to even obey your laws. And that's what these people quick to say. That's why we know they not know even a factor, because they ready to do everything the government tell them to do. If you supposed to go by the laws of the land and all this stuff. See, they ready to consent. They're not even a factor. There's only one group of people. See, there's only one doctrine telling you do not consent to the red dragon. Do not consent to Amalek. See, be faithful unto death. That's only one doctrine doing that. Not no Jehovah wickedness. Not no Methodist, Baptist, Episcopalian, all this mess. All of them gonna bring out Romans 13 and tell you to obey whatever law this dragon come out with. See? So the doctrine is clear. The truth is clear. Now, 1 Timothy is another one I want to get in 1 Timothy. First Timothy 1 and 18. It says, "This charge I commend unto you, son Timothy, according to the prophecies which went before you, that thou by them might war a good warfare." What was that warfare gonna be? That the prophecy say you're gonna have to war with Amalek forever. Amalek is gonna be ruling the world. Amalek is who you warring against. That's gonna be your enemy. That's gonna be your adversary, your Satan. That's the Satan that you're gonna be warring with. And you're not gonna have to war with them with flesh and blood. You're gonna have to war with them with the word of God. You're gonna identify your enemy with the Bible. You're gonna identify your enemy with the scriptures. See, that's how you're gonna slice your enemy. That's how you're gonna cut your enemy with that sword. See, because they are Amalek. They the chief house of the so-called self-proclaimed white men. See, because ain't nobody white. That's a lie. It's only red peoples and brown peoples on the earth. Two set of skin variation. It's not three set of skin variation. It's only two. You either got leprosy or you got regular dark brown skin that can produce melanin and get lighter and darker. It's only two set of skin. And one nation is it has the majority of leprosy. And they want to self-proclaim themselves to be pure like a white piece of cotton, but it ain't that way. That's a whole lie that somebody came up with in 1681. See, this white university professor, a female, she brought it out. She said that name, that title on the people just came about in 1681. Nobody called themselves white, man. What is that? See, because AMALEK pushed the agenda. AMALEK was the people in power with the education system. Who started the education system? The Rockefeller. See, the Rockefeller, they had people in the government, and he had rich money to start the whole school system. See, the school system ain't ran just by a group of people. They all put in their ideals. No, the Rockefellers was putting in the agenda. This is what I want them to be taught. I don't want them to be taught to be store owners and open up these independent businesses. I want them to be workers. Don't put them in no kind of mindset that they need to start them an enterprise or an empire or any kind of independent situation. Keep them dependent on us. And see, prophecy is what we chop these people's head off with. Now we talking about Amalek. How did the Lord feel about these Amalekites? How about that? Let's go back to 1 Samuel 15. It says, I'm going to start at verse 2. Thus says the Lord of hosts. This is 1 Samuel 15 and 2. Thus says the Lord of hosts, I remember that which Amalek did to Israel, how he led wait for him in the way when he came up from Egypt. So he would remember and say, man, when I done delivered these people out of from these tall, lanky African Egyptians, on the other side is waiting a bunch of these children of Esau, the chief house. Verse 3, it says, now go and smite Amalek. See, he told them to go kill them all and utterly destroy all that they have. Spare them not, but slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass. Now, this ain't the first time, see, because Amalek came and attacked King David and took King David's 2 wives. Because King David was on the run from King Saul. So while he on the run from King Saul, here come the Amalekites. See? Oh yeah, they was in zigzag. 1 Samuel 30 verse 1. He said, and it came to pass when David and his men were come to Ziklag on the 3rd day, that the Amalekites had invaded the south, and Ziklag was smitten, and smitten Ziklag, and burned it with fire. So the Amalekites came and burned up the darn King David whole city. See, it was always warring with these children of Esau. See, it was always a war going on with Amalek. See, King Saul was told to go kill the Amalekites, and then the Lord said, you didn't kill everybody, you let the king go free, and you kept some of the sheep. So guess what? I'm going to give the kingdom to David. See, while Saul was being told that, the Amalekites on this side is going and messing with David, burning down his city. What else did they do? Verse 1 Samuel 30 and 2. It says, and had taken the women captive that were therein. They slew not any, either great or small, but carried them away and went on their way. Verse 3, so David and his men came to the city, and behold, it was burnt with fire, and their wives and their sons and their daughters were taken captive. See, they was taking slaves. See, the Amalekites was taking the Israelites into slavery during King David's time. See, and that's the representation of the house of David. That's why he say he's gonna come and rebuild the house of David, because it's the same situation. See, these Amalekites, they paying these the house of David, the children of the house of David. See, they paying them to talk about sleeping with adultery. See, they paying them to rap in this rap music. Oh, talk about adultery and killing yourselves, killing your brother. Adultery and killing your brother, two sins unto death. See, both of those sins that they promoting is a sin unto death, because all sin ain't the same. Then you got this what's the guy, the little rapper guy. He's promoting the alphabet peoples. So now you promoting three sins that's a sin unto death: adultery. Then the other one is fornication, and then you promoting murder, fornication, and adultery. This is what they promoting, because they got the house of David in bondage. They got the house of David in slavery once again. See, that's why when Moses made that altar and he called it Yahweh Nisi, he was making a proclamation that this situation was gonna go on for thousands of years, man. That's why he just said from generation to generation, because it was gonna be forever. This ain't no new phenomenon. The Atlantic slave trade started the war. No, the war been going on before the Atlantic slave trade. See, the war been going on before the Romans came. The war been going on before the Greeks came and had an empire. See, the war been going on when the King David had a kingdom. See, let's get Solomon. See, because Solomon, when he had all these wives, I think it's First Kings and 11. He had all these wives, and Solomon, he had 700 wives and 300 concubines. So he was out there sacrificing his children to Molech or Moloch or whatever. And so the Lord was gonna punish him. Guess what he did? Who popped up on the scene? See, who popped up on the scene when King Solomon was finna get punished? This First Kings 11. Let me go ahead and get what King Solomon was doing. It says, let's see here. There it is, verse 4. It says, "For it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God, as was the heart of David his father." So Solomon was old. He was messing with these other other gods. Then look what happened. Look who pops up, and look what they called him. It says, verse 14, "And the Lord stirred up an adversary unto Solomon." See, when the Israelites went into disobedience, then the Lord will bring Amalek. See, that's another one. See, the Lord created Amalek. The Lord made this plan. See, this is not just some random situation. This thing was planned out. Just like Rebecca told her son, she said, your brother is purposing to kill you. He's planning to kill you. See, the Lord planned for Esau to be doing that. That's why they was born as twins in the womb. He didn't create two babies to be in this womb. Just, oh, you know what? Oh, man, there's two children in the room. Now what I'm going to do next? No. He planned for them two children to be in the womb. He planned for it to be a one child for honor, and he planned for the other child to be for dishonor. That's a whole plan. Now when you go into 14, he said, and the Lord stirred up an adversary unto Solomon. They've been an adversary. They've been at war. They were at war in the stomach of their mother. See, Hadad the Edomite. See, he was the seed. He was of the king's seed in Edom. Okay, so the war been going on with Amalek and Israel. See, now let's get Ezekiel 35. Now it says, start at verse 5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, this Ezekiel 35 and 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. That perpetual goes for forever. See, they forever been warned with the Israelites. And that hatred goes to a lot. It goes to murder and lying, telling lies. Because what's the Proverbs, they talk about you hate somebody if you lie to them. So they've been having an everlasting hatred and have shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Okay. Now when you go into 36, it tell you what Amalek and the children of Esau was going to do. 36 and 5, get straight to the point. Therefore, thus says the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, meaning all of the Edomites, which have appointed my land in their possession with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful mind to cast it out for a prey. See, now the main people that done parted his land, appointed his land in their possession is Amalek. See, that ain't the only one. We got another one. Let's see. We got another one. I think it's 4 and 34. Maybe. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna start at 30. I'm gonna start at 30 to get the content. No, let me start at 35. 35. This is Baruch 4 and 35. The fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. Now that's also identifying the devil. See, the devil is inhabiting the land. The devil is not some fallen angel that rebelled against God. No, look what it says. It says, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. And devils inhabiting places, a land, Jerusalem. See, look at the next verse. O Jerusalem, look about you towards the east. And behold the joy that come unto you from God. See, so Jerusalem would be inhabited by devils. See, Baruch was the scribe of Jeremiah. Jeremiah was one of the prophets that had about the third prophet that had the longest. Jeremiah was writing Kings. Jeremiah was writing all kind of other books. See, the book of Jeremiah ain't the only book. He wrote Lamentations. See, Jeremiah was a major prophet. See, so Baruch was a major figure in the nation of Israel. So he says, let me read that one more time for AMALEK. It says, for fire shall come upon her from the everlasting. See, that's how that land is going to be cleansed. He already declared. That's another thing. Isaiah 46 and 10. I declared the end from the beginning. See, thousands of years ago, he declared that he's going to burn that land with fire because it's got inhabiting devils. See, it ain't inhabiting a bunch of bad spirits. It's inhabiting people that's devils. And devils just for the deceiver. It comes from the word diabolos. It means to deceive. Somebody that loves to tell a lie. That's all devils mean, man. They done turned the word and made all kind of books and movies and pushed it in their churches and their schools. And then whatever story they want to tell to make the word seem like it's some fallen angel or it's some creeping spirit floating around trying to do something. No, devils is the liars, man. That's why he told, Yahweh told the Israelites, you from your father the devil, because he was a liar from the beginning. That word just means you is a liar. You a devil. You tell lies. It ain't talking about no rebellious fallen angel, man. They trying to hide the liars. And that's how they do it. Come up with a boogeyman to hide themselves. A fugitive always gonna put on a mask. He not gonna go barefaced. That's when he's so-called brave. Then I'm go barefaced with the gun in my hand so all the cameras can see I'm the criminal. And they can find me wherever I go. No, he gonna put a mask on. He not gonna go in the store with a whole pistol and rob the store where they can see his face. Especially nowadays, you got face recognition. You got all kind of stuff with the AI. Now, when you go to and that was Baruch chapter 4. Oh, we going to I think it's Zechariah. Zechariah 9 and 6. You got it in multiple places. That's why I say precept must be upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. Zechariah 9 and 6, it say, a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. See, Ashdod is over there by Jerusalem in Israel. That's where Ashdod is. The scriptures say a bastard gonna dwell over there. Meaning it's not gonna be the son, it's gonna be a bastard. It's not gonna be the son of the land. It's not gonna be a native of the land, it's gonna be a stranger. A bastard child. Okay. Look at what it says in Deuteronomy 23 and 2. It says, a bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord. A bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord. Why? Why was he a bastard? Because his father was not an Israelite. See, your father was not an Israelite. Your father then wasn't Jacob. See, your father wasn't Manasseh. Your father wasn't Issachar. Your father wasn't Benjamin, Levi, Judah. Your father wasn't Naphtali. Why is you in the land? Why is you in Ashdod? You was a whole bastard in the land. They the ones that supposed to possess that land. That land was given to them and their forefathers. That was the land of milk and honey. Why is you in that land? That land is not for just any random person. That land is not the United States of America, stolen property where anybody can walk up on the land because the people that stole it give you some kind of immigration card, what, a green card. No, it don't go like that. But that's how we slice them in half. That's how we use the weapon. That is the sword, this word. See, the prophets, the prophecies was going to be the warfare. Like First Timothy, the first chapter, verse 18 said that our warfare is going to be with the prophecy. The prophecy say that Amalek is going to be in the land. The Amalek is going to be possessing the world. The Amalek is going to be warring with us. And it wasn't going to be a flesh and blood war. It was going to be a spiritual war. Spiritual wickedness in high places. Spiritual, them telling lies pretty much. Them tell. That's what the war was going to be about. Now let's see here. Joel shows you who is ruling the world in these last days. Now you go to all of the theologians and they're going to say the same thing about Joel. Joel chapter 2. It says, I will all this Salakia. Joel chapter 3, verse 2. It says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. That's where the Israelites was at. See, Jehoshaphat was a king in Israel. And that valley just stands for land, in the land of Jehoshaphat, in the land of the king of Israel. It says, I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel. See, a bloodline. That heritage goes back to bloodline, not some funky religion. It says, whom they have scattered among the nation. See, they're going to try to lie and say, oh, we were scattered. You weren't scattered nowhere. See, if somebody give you money, or if they tell you, oh, I'm going to let you keep your money, and I'm going to send your money where you going, that ain't you being scattered, man. Cut it out. It says, and parted my land. See, that's another situation. He's not going to say Israel parted the land. Somebody else parted the land. You parting, the people that's parting the land, they're going to be the same people that's scattering. See? And see, when you look at that, the Indian corporation, the Indian company, they was making the boats, making the slave ships. So that is documented who was buying those slave ships. Everything is documented, man. See, they thinking they gonna hide who was doing what. No, they was being bought and sold by a group of people. And in from 1492 to 1800, that Indian company was having documents. People weren't ignorant and just retarded and caveman back in the 1400s. You had kings, and you had scribes. People was writing down what was going on. People had massive diaries and books. They would dip their instrument or feather, the tip of a feather, or the end of the feather, however you want to say it, in some ink, and they'll write something down. They had instruments to write with, and they was writing all kind of stuff, keeping record. They had insurance companies. See, they wasn't a bunch of freaking wild people, man. Back in the 1700s was the time of the era of enlightenment. The era of enlightenment, you had major universities in Germany. See, that's why in World War II, the Germans was pretty much about to take over the whole world. See, they was about to take over the whole world. That's how powerful them Germans was, because everything was coming up out of them. They was having that major university. That's who the Germans, the one came over here and established the Constitution and started building up America, 1776. Those men, talking about the so-called Illuminati, those men was Germans. So the Germans was major people. They weren't retarded. They knew how to read. They had a major situation in the 1700s when slavery was going down. They were documenting everything. So there's no mistake on who was doing what. And that land over there is a specific location with a specific history and a timeline. See, you know what was going on at a specific time in that land. So when he say these people gonna part that land and they gonna take my people into slavery and scatter them, come on, man, you can't hide. But let's identify these people. See, that's the whole point. Joel 3:19. It says, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. See, that those people that put the Israelites in slavery, scattered them all around, stole their land, was selling them for wine, was selling them as prostitutes, little boys and girls. You still have the slave bill, where you got bills saying we got 3 wenches being sold for $200 or $200 each to the plantation in the Bahamas, in Antigua, where my peoples come from. See, we got 3 18-year-old wenches in good condition. We gonna sell them to the plantation where they make rum. See, so you still got the slave bill that anybody can have access to. And Joel 3:3 let you know the whole purpose of why these people was being sold. It says, and they shall cast lots for my people, meaning sell them, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine. Sugar and rum was a major commodity on the plantation. That was a commodity. The plantation, that was the whole purpose of the plantation. We trying to get the sugar cane and get sugar out of it, molasses, syrup, and rum. and the slaves came up with the rum. That made it even worse. The slave was tampering with the molasses, and they came up with the rum. So you don't get no clearer than that. And the dragon will tell you that with their information. See, because they're in control of the information. Most of the information coming out come from their scholars. Their encyclopedia tell you that they are Edom. See, their own information telling what the 13 tribe. That was one of their people. See, so that they losing the information war. We don't have to come up and create some stuff because we mad because we broke. Nobody, we over that broke stuff, man. What are you broke? Nobody, you ain't never broke on this earth, man. That's another thing. Because you got to eat to survive. If you don't eat, you gonna drop dead, man. You can't fast for 300 days. You can't fast for 600 days. You can't do that type of stuff. You gonna drop dead. So we over that broke. Y'all got money. You can keep your little money. Mind you, that's what Eliphaz was all about. His God was money. The only thing was on his mind was money. That's why his name was an Omen Nomen. See, their God is money. Eliphaz was Esau's one of his first children. But Joel 3 proves that the Amalekites was the main one part in that land over there. See, and that Baruch, man, that's why they had to take Baruch out of there when it was no problem with Baruch. Baruch wasn't talking to some angel. He wasn't having a conversation with an angel or some spirit that get the so-called Christians scared. Oh, he's talking to a spirit or an angel, and the Bible no other prophets or apostles talk about that. So let's take that out of the canon. No, you took it out of the canon because it say devils will be in the land of Jerusalem, inhabiting it. That's why you took Baruch out, man. Not only that, Baruch say that the children of Israel will remember themselves in the land of their captivity. See, while they was deep in slavery, they will remember. Oh, they calling me a Mexican? No, I'm an Israelite. They calling me a Colombian? No, I'm an Israelite. They calling me a Haitian? No, I'm an Israelite. See, in the land with these dragons is ruling over them, who have the earth in their possession, like Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. They got it. They got the earth in their hand, so it don't matter where you at as an Israelite, man. You under these dragons. You under Amalek. You can be in China. Who over there in China orchestrating what's going on in China? See, Amalek way over there in China. China just got its independence around about the 1997. How you get independence in 1997? See, oh, that's China where the Chinese live. Okay, that's China where the Chinese live, but they just got the independence from the Queen of British, the British Queen in 1997. Come on, man. These people got the earth in their hand because they got the military. Once I got that gun, you gonna bow down. That's why Jacob, he saw them 400 men. When Esau was coming, he bowed down. He separated his family, and he bowed down and prayed to God. See, that's all he could do. Now, let's see, war. Revelation 12:17. It says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. See, that woman was the 12 tribes of Israel, and they're wroth with them. See, you got Kanye West standing up, major top performer on the earth. You got Kyrie Irving standing up saying, I'm not going to bow down to you, dragon. See? That Ralph goes for angry. They got full wrath. That lets you know verse 12 wasn't talking about the devil know he got a short period of time, so the God gonna throw him down to the earth or some mess, man. The same dragon, which was the devil and Satan, he gonna get wroth with these Israelites, man, and wage war with them. See, Amalek, the Edomites, they gonna wage war with the Israelites, and mainly because you got, the verse goes on to say, this is Revelation 12 and 17, which keepeth the commandments of God and have the testimony of Yahushua, because the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. See, they don't rant until, just like your boy, he posting stuff on his little page because he ran into this man that heard from the prophets the testimony, the prophecies that opened up his mind to let him know that you was not some African. You was not just a color, black. You was not mixed, whatever that supposed to mean. See, these false narratives, instantly he say, oh man, let me post it. They telling the truth. The prophecy is undefeatable. See, that's why he say he gonna war with the prophecy. The prophecies is how the warfare is gonna go down. So the testimony of Yahushua is gonna be on the good side. That's how they gonna be warring. It ain't gonna be flesh and blood. It's gonna be with the testimony of Yahushua, the spirit of prophecy. They gonna be battling with that. Then you got Amalek and the Edomites, the red dragon, the so-called white man, and his lies. They gonna be battling on that side. That's how you got a spiritual war. See, a war of information, a war of the lies and the truth. And the prophecy is always gonna defeat them. Let me get that in First Esdras. First Esdras chapter 4. Let's see. Here it is. First Esdras 4 and 35. It says, is he not great that make these things? Therefore, great is the truth and stronger than all things. See, jump down to 38. It says, as for the truth, it endureth and is always strong. It liveth and conquereth forever. See, the warfare is you got to conquer. And how you gonna conquer the opposition? How you gonna conquer your enemy? How you gonna conquer the adversary of God? You gonna conquer them with the truth. See, how you gonna be stronger than the people that you warring against? You gonna be stronger with the truth. See? Now let me get 40. It says, neither in her judgment is any unrighteousness, and she is the strength, kingdom. So the truth is even the kingdom. See, the kingdom is gonna come with the truth. The winners of that war is gonna get the kingdom. The winners of the war is gonna have the truth. It says, she is the strength, kingdom, power, and majesty of all ages. Blessed be the God of truth. 41. And with that he held his peace, and all the people then shouted and said, great is truth. and mighty above all things. So the truth is going to be the victor. See, let me get Revelation 15. That's another thing with prophecy. The truth is guaranteed to win, and the prophets let you see what's going to happen after that you get the win. Revelation 15:2, it says, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire. So this somebody looking at something long like a sea, like the ocean, but it's glass. It's something that you can see through. And he say it's mingled with fire, so you see fire all around. He say, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast. So the people gonna have victory over the beast, and they gonna be. Let's get the verse. It says, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of God. So they gonna get the victory with the truth, and they're gonna be standing on the sea of glass. That's only just talking about the sky, man. You see, they're gonna be in the sky looking down at the fire, because it says the sea of glass gonna be mingled with fire. And these individuals gonna be standing on the sea of glass with the harps of God. The harps, meaning they gonna be playing music, man. They gonna be like King David playing the harp while they looking down at the fire, at Amalek, at Edom, at the beast being destroyed. See, that's how prophecy is powerful. Now, let me get Jeremiah 28:8, because this is what the prophets was gonna do, and this is how they was gonna win the battle. This is how they was gonna defeat their enemies, and they've been doing this forever. See, this is not just the first time the situation happened. They've been doing this. It says Jeremiah 28:8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. So even the prophets that prophesied, Jeremiah, Isaiah, they prophesied back then of war. See, war with these red dragons, because they was always warned against Amalek. They made the prophecy back then. See, but now the prophecies is coming true that they prophesied about. They saw what was going to happen with the war with Amalek all the way to today. Look at why that fire. Let's get why that fire, or why the sea of glass was mingled with fire. Isaiah 34, starting at verse 5. It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. That sword goes for a weapon. That sword is not talking about a piece of metal that you hold in your hand and you swinging at somebody. See, that's why the Bible can be a sword, a double-edged sword. A Bible is not a piece of metal that you're trying to cut somebody with. It's a book with words in it. So that sword that's going to be bathed in heaven is not talking about a sword, a literal sword. It's talking about a nuclear missile. See, because when that nuclear missile drop, boom. Look at what the scriptures say. It say, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down. See, the sword gonna come down. What other sword can come down out of heaven, man? It shall come down upon Idumea. That Idumea stand for Edom. See, the children of Esau, their kingdom. That's why the prophets say we're going to prophesy against many kingdoms, great kingdoms, and many countries. Because that sword is going to come down upon their kingdom. That nuclear missile. That's why you think Putin on the TV running his mouth, talking about I got a brand new nuke. That's like somebody in their backyard with an AK-47 made of gold platinum, and he bragging on I got hollow tip bullets, and he not finna use them if you come into his yard. And then he got a bunch of people telling him they finna come into his yard and take what they want. They finna invade his house. He gonna use that thing, man. See, you got Putin over there, and these people talking about they gonna go do something to him. And he hit the news, say, hey man, I got a nuke called Satan 1. And this nuke is a hypersonic nuke. See, this ain't a regular atomic bomb that you put a lot of TNT and you drop it on somebody. This is a nuke that can go 6,000 miles per hour. It can make it it can go 6,000 miles in 1 hour. See, I'm 6,000 miles away from your house, and I got a nuke that can make it to you in 30 minutes. Because I'm not going to shoot it on close to the land so you can throw something up and block it. I'm going to shoot it way in outer space. Then I'm going to let it come down. That's why the scriptures say, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. See, the kingdom of Amalek, the kingdom of the Edomites. See, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Let's get verse 6. And the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. See, even though the nuke is going to burn up a lot of people, other things going to chop them in half, and buildings and stuff going to be flying. Blood going to be flying. It says, it is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and with the fat of the kidneys of rams. See, lambs and goats is what you slaughter. Because a lot of people eat lambs and a lot of people eat goats. It says, for the Lord have a sacrifice in Bozrah. Bozrah was one of the capital cities in the land of Edom. It says, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. See, in that land, it was going to be a great slaughter. Not what's going to be, it's going to be. And Bozrah is America. Bozrah is talking about America. See, America is not going to shoot nukes over there in Russia and blow Putin to smithereens and kill all the Russians. That's not going to happen. That's not Bible prophecy. See, it's going to be the other way around. Putin is going to shoot his missiles to America, Babylon the great city. Russia is not a great city. See, nobody caring about a Russian ruble or whatever he call his money. His money is probably not even on the scale of dollars. You got the pound, you got the euro, you got the American dollar, you got the Canadian dollar. See, you don't got no Russian ruble, and the Chinese probably ain't even on there. If they on there, they probably at the bottom. These currencies don't mean nothing. The main currency is the dollar. That's why this is a great city. The Indian folks over there in East India, they don't have a currency that can compete with the dollar. That dollar is a universal, global dollar currency. That's why this is the great city. Now, let's see here. Revelation 17. Russia is not going to be the only one. See, the allies of America already getting stirred up to turn on them. See, they got Russia right next to them. Why they going to risk Russia hitting them trying to be friends with somebody thousands of miles away? Revelation 17:16, it say, the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. See, it don't say that God gonna send fire out of the heavens. Fire just gonna come way from outer space and burn up America. No, 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 no. It's gonna be the 10 kings. Look at verse 12 to get those 10 horns. It said the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings. So these 10 governments is gonna join against America and shoot nuclear missiles to America. See, and this is the weapon that the Lord gave us to fight this information war. See, he gave us the vision to see what's gonna happen in the future. See, this is how he gave us the power. What did it say? The truth. He given us the truth. What did Yahushua say in John chapter 4, 4:24? It says, God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. See, he giving us the truth, which is his word in the scriptures that came from the Israelites. See, that was the blessing. That was one of the major part of the blessing that Jacob had when he wrestled with that angel. He said, you're going to have power with men and with God. How is that? Because God is going to give you the secrets. He's going to give you the secrets to now you going to be knowing what's going to happen before it happens. See, then why you the only one that's knowing? Plus, he let the Israelites have adversaries. So now people not just gonna be believing what they saying, they gonna be coming at what they saying. No, they don't know what they talking about. They preaching this, they preaching that. It's not gonna happen. This not gonna happen. So when it come to pass, then everybody gonna say, oh man, God really is with those children. He really is with those slaves. They exactly what they were saying. Now, mind you, in the 90s, these people were saying Putin is gonna blow everything up. Now you got us 2022 or 23. Putin is on the TV with nuclear missiles. Like, come on, it don't get no clearer than that. But they still in denial. No, he's not. He just talking, and he can't beat America, and Putin can't do this and that. See, but in the 90s, the prophets were standing up saying, Russia is gonna blow America to smithereens in New York City with signs. People walking by looking. Oh, they got a sign, and it say, Russia, the USSR, or whatever they was calling it back then, because they done transformed. So this stuff has been going on, but a lot of people was children. They was caught up in their parents' house, being fed false information. Now you got let me get Deuteronomy 29 and 29 to show you is coming. He gonna give them the weapon. He's gonna give them the ammunition to defeat their enemies with the truth. This Deuteronomy 29 and 29. The secret things belong to the Lord our God, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law. So the what's going to be revealed is going to be to the Israelites and their children. That's why when Jacob saw Esau and them 400 men, and he bowed down and he said, well, Lord, they got this great army. See, that's what we saying now. America got this great army. The so-called white man, Russia got missiles, America got missiles and planes and jets. Israel, AMALEK got all this planes and jets and weapons, bombs. How in the world are we gonna defeat these people? See, how we gonna become kings while they on the scene ruling? You said you was gonna make us kings. That's exactly what Jacob said. He said, "The Lord, you said you're gonna bless me and my children gonna be the sand of the sea." I got my brother Esau, who my mama told me he trying to kill me. He got 400 men, and I'm here with a bunch of children and my wives. See, please deliver me from Esau. That's what Yahushua stands for, the deliverance from Amalek and these Edomites. His name is He Delivers. See, Yahushua, He delivers. Let's go ahead and get that. Luke, this is in the New Testament. New Testament, Luke wrote Acts, and he wrote the book of Luke. So ain't nothing changed. He writing. He should. If something changed during the apostles, Luke should have wrote it in his book. But this is what he wrote. Luke chapter 1 verse 68. It say, "Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for He have visited and redeemed His people." He ain't redeeming a bunch of other people, man. It says, let me jump down to verse 71, that we should be saved from our enemies. See, who was Haman? Haman was our adversary and the enemy, trying to exterminate us, trying to get the Persians to kill us. See, Amalek was going to be our enemy, warring against us from generation to generation. Deuteronomy 28, he was going to make us serve our enemies who we've been serving for 400 years in the cotton field. See, the sugarcane field. Let me jump down to verse 74 to get to the point. It says, this Luke 1 and 74, that he will grant unto us that we being delivered out of the hand of our enemies might serve him without fear. See, that's why Kyrie, he talking all this noise, but he can't talk too much because he got fear inside of him. He can't come out and say, you know what? That whole thing was correct that I posted on my page, and y'all people got my peoples in slavery. He can't say no mess like that. He working for the man. The man gonna say, really? You're fired. See, he can't tell the truth. See, he can't tell the truth without getting punished. He can't tell the truth without fear. That's why it says, Yahushua, he got to come, because Amalek has the earth in their hand. See, and it's not just the land, the Holy Land, and it's not just America. They over there in Russia making deals. They're in India making deals. They're in China making deals. See, they all over the place. They got the earth in their hand. He says that we being delivered out of the hand of our enemies might serve him without fear. See, then we can tell the truth. That's why it says the laws will be put into our hearts, in our minds. We won't be subjugated to telling a lie or dealing with a lie. Now, it was another one. Oh, Micah. Because see, how Micah worded it, it was just too clear. And it identifies Babylon. Because Babylon, the ancient Babylon, it was no need for deliverance because the Persians took over we never got delivered out of Babylon like that. The Persians came and took over the kingdom of Babylon. So we didn't get delivered from these heathen. We still had to obey them. He said, go get the stuff out the treasury and go rebuild your land. While that's going on, you got the heathen hiring counselors to come and try to stop the work of us building. See? So we weren't totally delivered. But anyways, Micah chapter 4, verse 10. It say, be in pain and labor to go forth, O daughter of Zion. Like a woman in travail, it say, for now shall you go forth out of the city and shall dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon. There shall you be delivered. There the Lord shall redeem you from the hand of your enemy. See, the Persians was ruling, man. The Persian king say, if you don't go back to that land, I'm gonna get punished. So he telling them, y'all, I'm gonna make you go back to that land. Y'all gonna go back to that land because I'm gonna make you do it. Cause me and my children gonna get punished. So it wasn't no, they could have said, we want to go somewhere else. Y'all, if y'all gonna set us free, let us go somewhere else. We don't want to go back to that land. Say, no, I'm the king, and you under me now, and you gonna go back to that land. So that one, the Babylon that it's talking about. And look at what it says. When they went to Babylon, then they get delivered. It says in verse 11, now as many nations are gathered against you that say, let her be defiled, and look, I'll look upon Zion. Jump down to 13. It says, arise and thrust, O daughter of Zion, for I will make your horn iron, and I will make your hoofs brass, and you shall beat in pieces many people. So the Israelites ain't beat nobody into pieces after they left that land. They got kicked out of the land by the Romans. So they ain't that's talking about a future time with Babylon the Great America being delivered out of this place. Let's get some more Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 8 shows that this war is all about information, and it's not a physical war, because the Lord gave us a decree in Zephaniah. He said, therefore wait ye upon me, says the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. See, so he been telling the Israelites to wait upon him, and he will rise up against the prey. He said, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. So it's not going to be a physical war until the Most High say it is, until he bring Yahushua at the end of the day. So until then, it's going to be a spiritual war. Okay. Let's see here. Now, when the apostles had that, this, uh, I would say they had a meeting about the so-called Gentiles and the circumcision in Acts 15. He pretty much was telling them about the prophets. And so this is the apostles breaking down how things was gonna go. Um, Now, let me say, start at 13 to get who was talking. This Acts 15 and 13 is saying, after they had held their peace, James answered, saying, men and brethren, hearken unto me. Simon, who is Peter, have declared how God at the first did visit the Gentiles to take out of them a people for his name. And see, that verse is suspect. Of take a people, to take out of them a people for his name. See, 15 it say, and to this agree the words of the prophets. See, the prophets, that's why he in 1 Timothy 1 and 18 it say the prophecies is what we gonna have we gonna use in our warfare, because the prophets gotta agree. They don't agree with us that the Lord taking the heathens and bringing them to him to join his people. See, that wasn't nowhere in the prophets. This was the prophets was talking about, and James quoted it from Amos in verse 16. This Acts 15 and 16. After this, I will return and will build again the tabernacle of David, which is fallen down, and I will build again the ruins thereof, and will set it up. See, that's the whole situation. He said this is what the prophets was talking about. See, James said he was going to bring the 12 tribes back together, like with King David. King David had the northern kingdom and he had the southern kingdom. See, he had the blacks, the Hispanics, and the Native Americans. That's who he had in his kingdom. He didn't have all these other nations in his kingdom, man. And so the prophets is going to destroy the enemy. And the enemy being revealed is going to destroy him too. See, that's what's going on in these last days. He's been revealed. Documentaries coming out on AMALEK. See, his workers, his top workers that he's using to distract the Israelites, they turning on him and exposing them. See, this is what the 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. I'm gonna end it on this because this is what's gonna be the dagger, or this is what is going on now. This is why he's been hit with that last dagger. It says 2 Thessalonians 2, starting at 3, it says, let no man deceive you by any means, for the day shall not come except there come a falling away first. That man, not some freaking fallen angel, that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Jump down to 8. And then shall that wicked, see that wicked, the word that indicates that this was somebody that was already talked about in the prophecy. It says, and that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. See, the prophet is his mouth. And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So he was going to destroy these red dragon, AMALEK, Edomites, and their false doctrines and their lies. He was going to destroy all of it with the truth, with the prophecy, the testimony of Yahushua. You see, that's how the war is going to be fought and won, and the Israelites is going to be victorious. See, looking down at their enemies. Let me get that. I'm going to end it on that for real. Revelations 11 and 12. It says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. And the same hour was there a great earthquake. See, that's them nukes coming down. And the 10th part of the city fell. That's America falling. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. See, 7 is for completion. And the remnant were affrighted. See, they're going to be standing on that sea of glass in the sky, looking down at America burning. It says, and gave glory to God in heaven. See, that's how the war is going to end. But that's really not how it's going to end. That's just pretty much how it's going to escalate, or I would say it's going to increase, because these dragons still going to be over there in Germany, in Russia, in British, or wherever they at, the allies of America. See, that's just going to be America being destroyed. But that's when the elect is going to get their power. That's when Yahushua is going to be on the scene. And once he on the scene, that's victory. It's really a wrap once he on the scene. But it's still going to be warring going on. But I'm going to leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem Rikakadash. Double honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace of the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.